So if you own a 2015 to 2018 Ram 1500 that's equipped with the air ride suspension and you've been thinking of lifting it, this video is for you. We're gonna do a cost breakdown of how much it actually cost me for all the parts and then for the install on my Ram Rebel. Now, like I said, we're gonna go over how much it actually costs me to do this. You could go way more than what I spent and you could probably do it for a little bit cheaper. So first I'll go over all the parts you're gonna need and then we'll jump into the install. I've made a little list here and I'm just gonna go directly down the list and knock it out for you. So first thing on that list, I'm gonna go with the actual lift kit itself. I went with the BDS lift kit. It's a 4-inch lift kit that keeps the stock air ride suspension. You can see it right there in the front and it's still in the back as well. And I decided to go with the FoxShocks 2.0 upgrade as well. So for this kit, I paid $2,200 for it from Lift Kits for Less. BDS kit, it's definitely a quality kit. They're probably the most popular suspension brand out right now in the market. And I can see why based on the quality of this kit. Like I said, it's really high. I've had no issues with it. Worth the money in my opinion. Now, if you're coming from another platform and you've lifted trucks before in the past, Jeeps, anything like that, you'll know $2,200 for a 4-inch lift kit is kind of outrageous, but that's the price it is. There's only one other kit on the market. It's the AEV kit that leaves the air suspension intact. So, you know, it kind of is what it is at this point. All right, so next on the list, wheels. This is kind of a make or break kind of piece to the build. You know, you can spend a lot of money on wheels or you can go a more budget friendly route like I did. These are the Method race wheels. They are the NV605s, a 20x10. I paid, how much did I pay for? I paid $1,100 for these wheels. In my opinion, very budget friendly, definitely for a 20x10 and definitely for a quality wheel. You could easily spend upwards of $4,000 on some forged wheels. You know, you could go with some really deep, big lipped, you know, 20x14s, but that's not really the style I was going for. I was going more for the pre-runner, as you can kind of see with the progress of the build. So the Methods, in my opinion, were a no-brainer, and for the price, you can't really beat it. Okay, so far we're at $2,200 for the lift kit and $1,100 for the wheels. So naturally, let's jump into the tires next. Now, this is definitely another item where you could save money or you can end up spending more money. I went with the ProComp MT2 Extremes in a very popular size, 35 by 12.5. If you're looking to lift your truck, this is most likely the size you're going to go with, a 35. You'll probably need a 6-inch or, yeah, I'd say probably about a 6-inch lift if you wanted to go with 37s, you know, unless you like rubbing 24/7. But yeah, this is a very popular size. I paid $430 each tire, so that comes out to $1,720 for the full set. Okay, so far $2,200 for the lift kit, $1,100 for the wheels, $1,720 for the tires. Now, you don't need to do this, but I would recommend doing it. Just get new TPMS sensors. I recommend this because if you're planning on taking them out of the factory wheels and tires and putting them in your aftermarket ones, the shop's going to charge you to do that, and they typically charge around like $100, $120. You can pick up a set of 4 TPMS sensors for $160. So if you spend $50, $60 more and get to keep your stock sensors and the stock wheels, in my opinion, it's worth it. So another small ticket item you'll need are lug nuts. Again, you can spend a lot of money on them or you can go really cheap. You can get lug nuts for like 50 bucks off eBay. These are the True Spike lug nuts, the 2-piece ones. So see, like that piece right here, it actually unscrews. That piece is the actual bolt. This is just a little kind of fancy, I don't know what you would even call it, just like a crown kind of thing. So they just kind of screw on over there, and when you go to change the tire, you pop these off, unscrew them so you don't scratch these and they look fresh all the time. So again, This is a small ticket item. These ended up costing me, let me pull up the list here, these were $170. So on the more expensive side, I'd say, for lug. Okay, so let's add up the cost for the parts. BDS 4-inch lift kit for air ride, $2,200. The wheels, NV605 Method race wheels, $1,100. Tires, Pro Comp MT2 Extremes, 35s, $430 each. Set of 4, $1,720. TPMS sensors, $160. Lug nuts, $170. Total part amount, $5,320. Alright, so if you're still with us after you heard how much parts cost, let's look at the install. So you can see extreme performance. This right here, labor, they quoted it at 11 hours. And then you can see I left a deposit of $900. We go over here to the more final formal invoice. Total cost with tax, $2,022 just for the fucking install. Now this is another cost that's going to vary shop to shop, but something you have to realize is that this is not an easy install. If it was an easy install, I would have done this myself, but this is air ride. It has all sorts of air sensors, all sorts of jazz that's a little bit above my pay grade. So this is my daily. It was worth it to me to pay someone else, a professional, to do this, because if my truck's down, that's days I can't work, that's money out of my pocket. You know, it is what it is. But like I said, this is a hard install. Not every shop's going to be able to do it. You're going to have to go to a reputable shop. I talked to 3 other shops. They wanted nothing to do with it, so I went with Extreme. I knew they could do it. They're not the cheapest, but they are one of the best, so expect to pay around $2,000. If you're finding it for, you know, maybe $100 or $200 cheaper than that, you're getting a good deal. But, you know, be wary. Expect to pay about that much. So let's recap. We're at $5,320 for all the parts, and then we're at $2,020 for the install. Grand total, all the parts, install, ready to go, $7,340. It's a lot of money. Do I think it's worth it spending, you know, over $7 grand to lift the Air Ride Rebel? It's cool. I kind of expected this buying the Ram Rebel. I did my research before I bought it. I think the only thing I would probably change is probably getting the BDS coilovers. I probably would have spent about the same amount of money going with that, because I could have done the install myself, and the $2,000 I spent on the install could have went towards you know, the actual coilovers. That whole kit cost $4 grand, so that's maybe the only thing I would have done different. But besides that, I'm really happy with it. So there you have it, guys. This is a question I've been asked multiple times, so I figured I'd make a short little video kind of explaining and going over everything in a little bit of detail. So I hope this helped you guys out there if you've been on the fence about lifting your Air Ride Ram 1500. I hope more people do it. You know, they're a great truck. It's a great platform. The more people show interest in this platform, the more companies are going to show interest in it as well. You know, create more products for it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Stick around for more of the project. Got more stuff coming. Thanks, guys. Driving down the road looking like a badass motherfucker. Priceless.